Hi there, I'm Rachel Gable. I'm the assistant editor of the Fence Post magazine, and this is your Fair Cattle Markets update for May 21st. I've listened to hours upon hours of testimony about the Senate Bill 87, I believe, here in Colorado. It's the Farm Workers Bill of Rights. And I haven't heard nearly as many hours as the committee members. Of course, this one did not go to the Ag Committee. It was assigned to the Labor Committee, Work and Labor, Business and Labor Committee. So a lot of the Ag senators didn't even hear the testimony. The bill's primary sponsor, who is Senator Jesse Danielson, who is a Democrat from Wheat Ridge, Colorado, said that they heard testimony of farm workers in Colorado making $2 and $3 an hour, kept behind razor wire fences, not allowed to leave, experiencing sexual abuse from employers. There were a number of horrible things that she recanted, that she kind of summarized for everyone. Is that bill went through the third reading in the Senate today. It would require overtime pay for ag workers, which of course, and it doesn't exempt H-2A workers. So that portion went to rulemaking, so that will actually go to the labor division, but it's still a bad bill. It did pass out of the Senate 19-15. Now it'll go to the House. Hopefully some of the questions that ought to be raised will be raised in the House. Senators Quorum and Sonnenberg truly went to bat for the ag folks today and said a couple of different things. One of them is Senator Sonnenberg said, "So you're telling me that if it's over 80 degrees and I have an employee in an air-conditioned tractor with Bluetooth and a refrigerator and a seat that cost more than my first car, that they need to be able to take an open air break under a shade tent getting out of their air-conditioned tractor?" And that he was saying that was just an example of the one-size-fits-all portions of this bill. One of the other things that they talked about is the $10,000 fine that employers could be given if an employee makes a claim against them. It goes straight to district court, which is unlike any other labor anywhere. There's several things that came up, and Sonnenberg, I'll leave you with this. He finally said, "Ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing here is a solution in search of a problem. When you have employees coming back time and time again, and the vast majority of people in this industry work well together, we have a solution in search of a problem." I also, speaking of problems, there's rain falling in quite a few places, not everywhere this week, but the latest U.S. drought monitor indicates that drought is really crippling producers' pasture, and 60% of the nation's cow herd is now in some level of drought or dryness. And they're saying, according to drovers, that's forcing cows to the processor in numbers not seen in a decade. 46% of the country is now in some level of drought, primarily in the West. Growing concern, North Dakota to Texas, with the drought intensifying as heat begins to arrive. The cows, this is according to Greg Henderson, who is the editor of Drovers, he said the cow slaughter for March of this year was up 10% over last year already, and April was up 4 to 5% over last year, and that's after last year. 2020 beef cow slaughter was up 7%. That was the highest beef cow slaughter that we've seen since 2010. So I'm just full of good news today, aren't I? But it is Friday as you're listening to this. So I am wishing you a good Friday and some rain and green pastures. Talk to you soon. I'm Rachel Gable.